This show is presented in part by the Marine Rehabilitation Center.
Tift basketball as they take on Lowndes in a big region matchup.
We always talk about what they want their banner to read. We also make sure you understand that they had nothing to do with last year. Absolutely nothing. Because when people talk about the state championship team, they talk about Todd, Ladarius, DJ. So in order for them to create their own legacy and establish their own legacy, they must be able to come in and play really good basketball, win games, and position themselves to leave a legacy on their banner. So we always talk about, you know, what they want their banner to read, what they want the 2015 team legacy to be. So we always hammer that home. We talk about, you know, even today in my pregame speech, one thing I told them is you hadn't done anything. You know, just because you 19-1, that doesn't mean anything. You know, at the season end of the day, what have you really accomplished? So we try to keep them hungry. And we also let them know about, you know, Rumpelstiltskin and try to turn hay into gold and have that type of expectation for yourself and for the program. Regardless of losing 9 seniors of the state championship team, we still are required to turn hay into gold. We're still required to do more with less, if that makes sense. And that's our mindset. This group must be able to turn hay into gold, and the way they're going to do that is together. And we feel like as long as we're together, then we can beat anybody on our schedule.
Hey! Lano, you got to guard this freaking man! Hey, high Joker! High Joker! Joker! What are y'all doing? PJ, you don't know Joker! Hey! Right at you, Mom. Swing it! Be tough, man.
You know, at this point, it's kind of hard to compare teams from different years. We really haven't focused on anything last year. We simply set up some checkpoints this year. I typically set up 5 checkpoints in 25 games. So every 5 games we'll have some checkpoints. And this is our 20th game. So where we want to be at the 20th game, we want to be really good defensively. We want to be a solid free throw shooting team. We want to be a good ball handling team. And we want to be a good team that can execute. And we feel like with those things, we can beat anybody we play. And at this point, we feel like we're right on schedule. We was a little bit concerned about our depth early. We felt like we proved that by just playing a lot of guys early. We was a little bit concerned about our point guard position early. We had a 10th grader, you know, we made a decision to start a 10th grade at point. We had an 11th grader that's probably one of the top point guards in the state. We moved him to the 2.
Adam, sit right here. Somebody show him what 3-low cross is.
So we shuffled some things around. We had a kid that normally played the 4. We moved him to the 3. So at this point, you know, the decisions we made kind of worked out. We was monitoring those decisions every 5 games, like I said. And right here at the 20th game, we feel like we've made tremendous gains and very few losses, you know. So we only, you know, I think we're like 19-1. But the most important thing is we played a good schedule. We play against really good teams, really good coaches, and we've seen all style of basketball. So at this point, we feel like we can adjust to any climate of culture we walk into. So we're really excited about where we are at the 20th game of the season at what we call our 4th checkpoint.
$3,000. $3,000. $3,000. He got hit. Go right. There we go. Head check.
Tyree Jackson.
You right. Yeah, straight fifth. And, I've been slacking on my hard hats from week 2. The hard work week goes to Hayden Muller next.
You know, every week we give out the Hard Worker of the Week award for the kid that just worked the hardest in practice, in the classroom, in team meetings, in film study, and on the court. And kind of been behind because we just been bouncing around. And I normally, the guy that sponsors is Jay Short, that owns Short and Paul. He comes out, he hadn't been in any games, so I kind of wait for him to present it to him. But he hadn't been able to get to the game because his schedule. So tonight, I just had to get caught up with it because those kids are deserving. So, but basically what we do is kids that just really come in and just play their butts off in practice, in the classroom, in the hallway, in team meetings, in film study, and in the game. They're willing and deserving of the Hard Work of the Week award. That's a must for us. You drop the books, you drop the ball. We're a book first organization, we're a book first team, ball second.
1, 2, 3.